Shalom Aleichem, it's Avraham Shepherd here from King David's Tomb, KingDavidKabbalah.com, and I want to speak today about reincarnation in the Torah, in the Kabbalah, and specifically about if it's possible to know what you were in past life. So, first of all, what is the purpose of reincarnation altogether? Okay, so we have to understand that everything that Hashem does have purpose. Hashem wants the world, us, every individual, and the whole world, to get to its tikkun, to get to the final position of how things needs to be, what needs to take place. And this is the purpose of everything, okay? And this is also the purpose for reincarnation, meaning whatever we didn't finish to fix in past life, we're coming back to this world again and again and again until we will finish to fix it. So there is people that they don't get it and they still not fixing, okay? So there is two possibilities. One is that the person is going in the right direction, so he didn't get to the destination, but he's going in the right direction, so he can get more chances and more chances. But someone that is doing wrong things again and again, so after 3-4 times, so that's it, it's gone. What does it mean it's gone? It means that Hashem is taking his soul, as if cut it to small pieces and spread those pieces of soul to all kinds of other people, righteous people, that will do the tikkun for this poor soul that this person was not didn't understand what he needs to do in this world. So that's the principle of reincarnation, to give us more chances to finish whatever we didn't succeed to finish in the first round, second round, whatever it is, until we will finish all the work that we need to do to fix our soul, to fix our part in the sin of Adam HaRishon. And basically that's the purpose of the Torah, the mitzvot, in a certain way. Now, specifically about knowing what you were in past life. So we have righteous people that they were able to say who people were in past life. For example, I'm very involved with the help of Hashem in the writings of the Arizal, that is the master of the Kabbalah, and he wrote a book of Reincarnation, Shara Gilgulim, that in the introduction that his student, Rabbi Chaim Vital, writes about him. He says that, yes, the Arizal was able to see on people what they were in past life, and even more than that, he was able to speak with their soul that is without the limitation of the physical body. So the soul, the neshama, knows where it was and what it did in the past life. What's the problem? The problem is that for us, most of the people, the physical body is a barrier because we are not connected to our soul, to our neshama, so we don't know what our soul knows. Our soul knows much more than us, meaning I am my soul, but because I'm not connected so much with my soul, I'm connected more with my physical body, so what I know is more about the physical, okay? If we were more connected to our neshama, to our soul, so then we were able to know many secrets of the spiritual realms, and also about ourselves, about our past life. So that's basically the answer, that as much as we are applying those principles that I'm trying to give over here, the Kabbalistic meditations, to connect to our neshama, so then we are able to connect to this knowledge that we have, that it's really our knowledge, it's our life, it's our being. So we'll be able to apply that and to be that and to live according to that. Now obviously when someone really knows all this knowledge that his neshama knows, it doesn't have so much choice just to do more and more good, right? So because one of the principles of the creation is to give us free choice, Hashem wanted to give us free choice, So therefore, in a certain way, it's a little bit contradicting that premise of free choice. If you have all the knowledge, so it's very hard to make mistakes. The choice is not the real choice. So that's one of the reasons that Hashem is hiding that information from us until we are doing our part to get to the spiritual elevation, to connect to the neshama that will give us this benefit of knowing all of this knowledge. So I will finish with that blessing for myself, for you, for everybody, that we will know how to apply to ourselves the principles of the Kabbalistic meditations, to experience the spiritual elevation, to connect with our neshama, to receive all of the knowledge that is there waiting for us to reveal, to know what we were in the past life, what we need to do in this life, and actually to do it in the best way possible, to finish our tikkun, and then we'll be able to continue to much higher levels of existence in the spiritual realms, to connect to Hashem in higher levels, and to go to the classes of the Moshe Rabbeinu and the Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and the Arizal, the Ramchal, and all of the righteous people that they are there in the heavens teaching Torah, Bezrat Hashem. So I'll meet you all there with the help of Hashem. Okay, all together we will make a class instead of all kinds of social media, different platforms. We will unite in the spiritual realms with the help of Hashem very, very soon. But obviously we want to fix first, before we leave in this world, we want to make sure that we done all what we need to do, we take care of all what needs to be taken care of, and then we are ready to go. And that's not a negative thing when we finish to finish the work, to finish the tikkun, and then to move on to the next world. It's a wonderful thing. People are scared from death, but the reason is because we are so tied with the physical. The moment that we understand that the main purpose is to connect to Hashem, so it's not about the physical. The purpose is not to have a physical life. The purpose is to connect with Hashem. So when we are using the physical life to get to that tikkun and to connect to Hashem, so that's we achieve the goal. That's the purpose. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom V'orach, Bracha V'atzlacha, Chaim Tovim, all the blessings from King David's tomb, with the merit of David HaMelech, of the Arizal, of all of the tzaddikim Bezrat Hashem. Bracha V'atzlacha. Toda Rabba.